course, as they say, the proof of the pudding is in eating it, the proof of the agreement is in implementing it. And that's why now the focus is on implementation. Here, it's not a secret that we as the facilitator have initially prepared a more detailed implementation annex with a sequence of steps, with clear timelines. It would be easier to measure. However, after several hours of negotiations, parties were able to agree on 12 out of 18 points, but it was impossible to bridge the differences on the remaining 6 points. And we tried many ways how to bridge these differences, but it was clear that this will not work, and therefore we presented a new annex, which was more general, less concrete. The issue that was mentioned quite often in the public discourse was the issue of signing of the agreement. Here I want to say that our preference as the EU facilitator was to have this document signed, and this was our proposal to the parties. President Vučić made it quite clear that he is not in the position to sign this document. He was citing constitutional limitations. We made again several proposals how to address this issue, but they were refused. In the end, we agreed that this document will be made formal through the announcement of the High Representative, which happened on Saturday. This is perfectly in line with the international legal practice. The document is binding in two ways. First, through the announcement of the High Representative, and second, by becoming part of the EU accession process or EU agenda for Serbia and Kosovo. Now the focus is on implementation. And finally, we as a facilitator will be regularly reporting to the member states on a monthly basis about the progress. And of course, we will continue working very closely with the United States, and I'm very grateful for them being very loyally with us and supporting our efforts before Ohrid, in Ohrid, and it will continue after Ohrid. Chapter 35, of course, is the chapter that deals with the normalization of relations with Kosovo, and through the Chapter 35 and Special Normalization Committee, we will be monitoring and reporting about the implementation of each party's commitments from the agreement. At the same time, they have a relationship towards each other, which is the normalization. And as I said, the process of the European integration is more complex, and of course, speaking about membership in the UN, one should also think about the procedures, about the role of the Security Council, about the role of the 5 permanent members, and it's really important also to invest into that relationship. So believing that it only depends on Serbia and Kosovo means not understanding how the complexity of the process. At the same time, our agreement defines what Serbia and Kosovo should do. So, and the parties committed to implement or to respect all provisions of this agreement and of its annex. If you read the agreement, if you read the annex, it says quite clearly that the parties have committed, and at the same time, we should not put the carriage in front of the horse. We are focusing, let us start with issues which can be done by Serbia and Kosovo, and which can be done now. And as I said, this will influence many other things. We are again speculating about something which does not depend on the EU, on Serbia and Kosovo, which we only define what Serbia and Kosovo should do. But why don't we really focus on issues which are fully under our control and in our reach? We are distracting ourselves from focusing on things which can be done and should be done as a matter of priority, and we don't need Security Council or permanent members to have this implemented. Well, I can be very clear that the Article 7 does not introduce a new commitment for Kosovo. Article 7 speaks about the need to implement what was already agreed by Serbia and Kosovo. That means agreements from 2013 and 2015, speaking about the establishment of association/community of Serb majority municipalities. Otherwise, that would mean Article 10, all past agreements, on top of it Article 7, additional arrangement, which would not be logical.